Hello, my friends. This is the final of this 5 days that I have been talking to you about emotional eating. It's Monday night and it's kind of later than normal for me, but today was a busy day and I've just actually put the finishing touches on tomorrow's presentation. Eat, Weigh, and Suffer Less, 3 steps to overcome emotional eating. I'm really excited. I think we're going to get some good information out there to help you deal with your emotional eating or to learn more about emotional eating. But today I want to talk about, what do you really hunger for? Let's face it, if you're my age or older, 60 or older, I'm 63, but if you are, you know that there is limitations of food. If you have experience trying to satisfy your emotions with food, you probably have been disappointed over and over again, because the only problem that food can solve is hunger. Now, we can reach out for food habitually. We can equate food with pleasure. As a matter of fact, there was a commercial for Dove chocolate yesterday where it said, choose pleasure. So we're actually being told that if we want pleasure, we should be choosing chocolate. Now, for many people, it might be pleasure, but for someone who emotionally overeats, and the result of that overeating is that we don't feel well, we are pre-diabetic, or perhaps we have diabetes, and there are other ways in which we have to find pleasure. Pleasure in food ultimately does not lead to pleasure. So here we are looking at, okay, so if food is not going to solve the problem of emotions, then what are we really hungry for? You know, the brilliant thing about working with a coach is that we really get one-on-one, become a team, and we work with, what is it that you hunger for? And so if I go back to that Maslow's hierarchy of needs, so the bottom says physiological needs, and that is hunger, food, water, warmth, and rest, and probably procreation would go in there too. And then the next level is security, safety needs, making sure that you're physically and emotionally safe. And then once you have those met, then we start to rise up on in the hierarchy of needs, and we move on to belonging and love needs. He talks about them as psychological needs. So the need for intimate relationship, the need for friends. And then above that, the next step is esteem needs. So prestige, the feeling of accomplishment. And then when you get there, you reach to the pinnacle of self-fulfillment needs, which is self-actualization. So I am really excited to feel like I am being self-actualized. Now, it's taken a long time to get here. And there is no end to self-actualization, because actually it is, there are days in which I'm self-ridiculous or not doing such a good job. Yesterday was a good example of that, where I was just kind of overwhelmed with emotion and, you know, just trying to breathe through it and to find ways to just keep going. And of course, I'm happy to say I was successful. I didn't overeat. I don't use food any longer. And that's what I want to offer you, is the idea of, what do you really hunger for? So when you reach for food, instead of feeling an emotion for all the reasons why, lots of really good reasons why you don't want to feel your feelings, and there's lots of good reasons why you are eating that food. But the point is, if we can stop and look at what is it we really want. Do we dislike our job? Are we irritated with our partner? You know, what is going on? And we can look at the situation and we can work through. Most of the time, the thing that irritates us is not so much the situation, but it's the way we think about it. And we could reframe the way we think about it, and we can make that experience a hell of a lot better. So what I want you to do is, when you are reaching for food and you know, you have a sense that this is not what you really want to be doing, it's not really going to do the trick of satisfying the need that you want, can you just stop and just kind of with curiosity ask yourself, what am I really hungry for? Am I alone? Do I need to call a friend? These are the things that we're going to talk a little bit about tomorrow, is I'm going to give you a couple of things to help you to start to look at and unravel emotional eating. Because if you are here and if you sign up for the webinar, there's a good chance you realize that emotional eating is not getting you what you want. So let's figure out, what do you want and how might you uncouple food and emotion, food and comfort, food and love, and put them in the bottom of that hierarchy, so that once you have that in place, believe me, it is so much more exciting to live life with food not being a problem. I have that experience now. I have been 40 pounds lighter for about 3 years, and I had another time where I actually was about 5 years of being about 40 pounds lighter. So I've been there a couple of times, and I'm telling you that I want to invite you, women over 60, especially survivors of child sexual abuse. If you think you cannot solve this problem, I'm telling you, you can solve this problem. So join me tomorrow. I want you to come tomorrow, sign up for the webinar, and let's just see what we could see. Discover some new things and discover what you really hunger for and what is going to be the satisfying thing that gives you satisfaction to that hunger. So thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow. Okay, don't forget to sign up for the webinar. Go to my website, www.beauprecoaching.com, and it'll be in the link under this video. And again, I actually never said my name. I am Pat Beaupre Becker, and I welcome you to join me tomorrow for the webinar. It's going to be insightful, and I think it will really help. All right, bye-bye.